Oh, this is exciting. Woohoo! We have found it! Okay, I always say it wrong. Yeah.
Same here.
Alright, I need this lady as my guide. And there she is. We're on top of Sentinal Rock. How cool is this? And we're going to try not to get lost. Right folks, so if you're looking for the start of the track, look for old Cheapy Head. We're at the top of Kakarahi and we've had a bit of a dust up. This is a stunning shortcut. So this whole loop with the Sentinel Rock and this secret track, this is a fantastic loop.
We were just talking about how we would be so excited if we saw Dave here, because we watch a lot of videos and stuff, and we were like, imagine we saw Dave out in the Kaimais.
How's it going folks? So here we are off on another adventure. Now this one is just a little bit different. So in the front we have Captain Conservative. How's it going, Arnold?
Yo.
We got a new boy with us today. We've got Craig.
Hey.
And on the back seat we've got our youngest member. This is old Ray. And we've got Malcolm in the back. And look, and of course you know who I am. Hey, now look, collectively we have 300 years between us. So we're off on a real exciting venture. This is a real old chestnut of mine. It's a bit of an off-track adventure. Lots of people have talked about it, and I'm just going to go and prove that you can do this. So carry on watching and we will take you to the start of a really cool adventure. Catch you around now. How's it going, guys?
Good, thanks Dave.
Hey, so we're at the Hot Springs car park, and I'm just with a couple of ladies, and they're just going to give us a heads up in terms of what they're up to today.
We're off up the Tuahu Track,
Yeah.
and we're going to head off on the north-south, go via Motutapere,
Cool.
and then come down the Eliza Mine Track.
Motutapere, do you like the way she said that?
Motutapere.
Motutapere.
Motutapere. How do you say it?
Okay, I always say it wrong. Yeah.
Same here.
Alright, I need this lady as my guide. Anyway, we'll catch you on track real soon now.
Sounds
Thank you.
awesome.
See ya.
One more, two, a variant.
Look at you kids, same, matchy matchy. Huh? Alright. And there she is. Oh. Something true. So this is the first of the lookouts. So we're at the first of the lookouts, and there's been great discussion in terms of what is Sentinel Rock, and we reckon that this is actually 560 meters in elevation. So we're just heading up to the summit now, and we'll catch you on the next lookout. Boys are taking their time a little bit. This is on the second lookout of Sentinel Rock. That's Sentinel Rock there. How cool is this, eh? How cool is this? Very soon we're going to drop back down onto the main track again, and we're going to head up to here, and then from there we're dropping off on the left hand side to find an old track. We're going to try to pick that line up, and we're going to end up on the North-South Track, which is kind of in behind this ridge line here. So look, if you're following so far, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and look, we're only a third of the way through It's about to get really epic. Let us show you. I'll show you. This is... There's actually a few wild animals up in the Kaimai, see? Anyway, we will see you on the top of Sentinel Rock real soon. We're on top of Sentinel Rock, and I'm thinking this is around about 560 meters of elevation, so not high, but would you look at the views? Would you look at the views? Honestly, this is an absolute treat on the Kaimai Ranges. It was a bit gnarly coming up, and you probably would pay to leave your packs behind, but we're trying to get some extra exercise, eh guys?
Definitely, yeah.
Bit of resistance training. Yeah. So that was the other lookout we were at before. This is the Bay of Plenty side. That's Mount Maunganui. We're going to go back up the track, and we're going to drop down and try to find a track through this ridgeline, and then come up onto the North-South Track, and then we will be at Motutapere Hut for lunch. What do you guys think?
Woo! You! Yeah.
That ridgeline is where the Flight 441, the DC3, on the 3rd of July 1963 crashed into. It was trying to come over the Kaimai Ranges to fly down to the Tauranga airport. Now sadly, on an atrocious day, the pilots actually thought that they were on the Bay of Plenty side when they started to descend, but they weren't. They were actually on the western side of this range, and they crashed sadly straight into that. So if you haven't seen that series, please go up to that, and it's about a 6 or 7 video series of the DC3. In 2 years we searched for the engine, and we actually found one of them, and we got that engine choppered out and taken to the Tauranga Airport Museum. So be sure to see that piece of New Zealand history. You can see the hut straight through here. I don't know why Doc doesn't actually make hut roofs bright orange as a safety thing. It's probably a little bit more so it blends in, but honestly I think safety is more important than blending in. So we're going to be heading over to there after we drop down off this, and then try to pick up a track up this ridge line, and then come back up onto the North-South Track. So very soon this is where it starts to get really exciting. So look, if you're watching so far, thank you so much for that. You know what to do. Please hit the like, please subscribe if you're not already, but I really do want to hear your comments so that I can respond back to that. Having a wonderful time here with my mates. This is actually a bit of a warm-up to a big birthday I've got coming up. So I'm just seeing how this goes, but I probably will actually organise a big event with my outdoorsy mates to go camping a little bit later on in the year. So this is just a forerunner of a big birthday that I'm having in a few weeks' time, if you can figure out how old that is. This is the Bay of Plenty side. That's the Hauraki Maramara side. Just an absolute stunning day. At the moment we are currently around about here on the Sentinel Track, and we are going to have a go at coming on the old track which comes up onto the North-South Track up here. Here's the situation. We've just been up to Sentinel Rock. Around about here somewhere we're looking for what might be the track going off to the left. So at the moment we've just seen a pink marker. If you see this old tree here, I'm thinking we're just on the other side of this. So we're all just trying to find some kind of tracky marker looking thing. Have you found something?
two markers here. Nothing that looks like a track here. There's this one and that one there.
Oh yeah, well that's possibly it. Oh, there's another marker there. Alright folks, so I think we've actually found this. We've found 3 markers now, and we're just trying to pick our line, and I think there's another one here, guys. I think we've found it. Yeah, this is the track, and here it is here, folks. It's actually a very noticeable track. So we're just going to follow this a little way. We're going to look at our GPS system, and we're going to try not to get lost.
Cut logs down across the track to make it look like it's
Yeah.
on the track.
So we're on the part of the section that I think where people have been incentivized not to be on, but you can see a track through here, and you can see these old route markers. Oh, this is exciting! Woohoo! We have found it!
Oh, and here's another one as well there.
So we're going down. So you know you're on a very old track when you find these sort of permalite markers, and we just continue looking for these, and we're dropping down now onto a saddle. It's very open through here. You've got to have your eyes peeled out for the tape, but it's actually a lot more pleasant than I had anticipated. Okay, so we're dropping down quite quickly now, but we are following this watercourse, and we are on the true right of the watercourse, but you can see that there are still route markers coming through. So it's starting to get a little bit not for the faint-hearted, but if you keep cool, you'll keep following these orange and pink trail markers. So at the slip, you veer off left, and there's another marker off to where Ray is.
That's majestic, eh? The majestic. Does it use the EFIB? Oh no, you can't use that. That's cost 500. 500? You can wait till it's daylight. It's fall out. Shoulder with somebody. Yeah, but that's because you're obviously pretty strong. On a bike? Yeah.
Hey Malcolm!
No, it wasn't me.
Did you crap yourself? So we've just come to a bit of a rock outlook, and we've lost the track markers, but I'm just going exploring to see if I can pick something up in the direction that we're supposed to be heading. A little bit gnarly through here. Now this is a little bit confusing. So that's the rocky outlook there. Stunning views. And you got to sidle around the outside, and if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll see this white tape, and if you bury on in here, you find a pink one. So yeah, I just love this kind of terrain. I just love this kind of terrain. This whole explorative, adventurous, it's fantastic. Yeah, you hunters, I mean, you have such an amazing lifestyle. Completely off track, none of these probably little markers around. I really respect you. I take my hat off to you. I'd love to come out with one of you one day. I never had that privilege growing up. So anyway, there's an old orange marker here, so yeah, we're definitely on track again. I'll just wait for the boys to catch up. Enough. The markers have become a little bit harder to find as we're coming up near the North-South Track. I think we're around about 10 metres away from it. I actually think So you can see there's a white one here. It could be intentional so that people don't come onto this track. But oh, there's an orange one down here. But it's very, very dense in here. But we're still looking for these pink markers. Very, very soon, I'm thinking we're going to come out onto the main track. I don't know what this is. Someone's taken off the horns, and I'll use this as the marker. Ho-ho! Yoo-hoo! We found it! Alright, so you're looking for this pink marker and this orange one, and we are here.
My new persona.
Oh yeah, that kind of suits you actually. No, we need to stick that somewhere that it... Yeah.
Oh, that's how his horns cut off.
Yeah. Alright folks, so if you're looking for the start of the track, look for old Sheepy Head, and it's straight down that way. So currently at the moment it is 12:20, so that's taken just under 2 hours to come from Sentinel Rock. Anyway, what do you think of that, Malcolm?
Good, mate.
It was, apart from that last little bit.
Oh no, just yeah.
I know Craig is actually loving it. You're loving it, eh Craig?
No, I'm at home here.
So he's at home. Anyway, we're heading off to the hut now, and we'll have a brew up and a little bit to eat. Right, and who do we meet but our lovely trio of ladies? Wow, that was amazing timing.
Brave man.
We actually thought you were at the hut. We were sitting up at the helicopter.
So folks, whenever you're coming down something like this, it always pays to actually come down backwards. That way you've got something to grab hold of and your feet sort of tuck into the roots or whatever, and that way you don't sort of slip with your heel and then just keep on going. So then you just turn around and carry on. Yeah. Right, guys, here we are at the intersection of, let's have a go at this, Motutapere.
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 Motutapere. How do you say it?
Okay, I always say it wrong. Yeah. So this is a lovely little 3 or 4 bunker hut with a fire from memory.
Oh, mate. So I went on both accounts. Good.
We've made it. There's a nice tent spot there.
Yeah, there is actually. Not about 10.
I haven't seen it one before. Woo. Hey ladies,
Hiya.
How are ya?
Good.
Awesome. Well, we're just gonna stop in here and have a look. Woohoo! What a lovely little hut. Right.
I just cooked us lunch, Dave.
Now I just found out that these lovely ladies are actually followers. So who are we talking to here?
Ayla.
Ayla
Yeah.
and
Natalie.
Natalie. And how long have you been following Outdoorsman Dave?
Couple months.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Anyway, so I understand that you've cooked this up for us.
Yeah. I don't know if we had that much.
God loves a try now, doesn't he?
We were just talking about how we would be so excited if we saw Dave here, because we watch a lot of videos and stuff, and we were like, imagine if we saw Dave out in the Kaimais.
I haven't actually paid them to say that either.
Not at all.
This is genuine. How awesome is that? The channel is actually making some inroads. That is amazing.
Yep.
Thanks,
and
lady.
making a video about
And-
the exact track.
And
we
here's
wanna
my
do.
new best friend. She's done what is called the Schofield Track up on Tauranga.
Yeah.
Watch out for that video coming out in summer.
fast though.
2 minutes 15.
So you've got our ladies' names?
Natalie. Ayla.
Natalie and Ayla, you've made Dave's day, really. But it was a pleasure for all of us to meet you.
Yeah. Well, you've made our day too, because genuinely we watched Dave.
You don't have to keep up
Craig's a doubter, he just doesn't understand. I mean, I come out of fish and chip stores and people are going, excuse me, are you? Yes. It's really weird, you know, because I'm local.
That wasn't one of the first times we were coming out of that height down south of Tauranga, was it? What was the mountain range? The horse was Kaimai.
Yeah.
We're coming down and someone.
That German girl. So that's where we've just come from. Circled around to here. Now we're heading out and heading back over to the car park. Anyway, how lovely was it to meet those girls? Yeah, they're heading over to Great Barrier Island, so we might be able to help them with regard to accommodation. Anyway, the boys are just up on the chopper pad at the moment and having a look at the views, which will be over to Sentinel Rock, and then we'll be on our way soon. Well, I hope you learned something today in terms of that track. It was impressively okay. It was very well marked, apart from right near the end and right near the start, but I think that's intentional. But yeah, it makes for a very amazing little loop from the car park. Alright, so there's just one more track that I've never been on before, not the main Tuahu Track, Tuahu Track, but there's another one that I'm going to be looking for, so hopefully we can find that. This is the chopper pad, top of Motutapere Hut. We've just come off Sentinel Rock and down this ridge line here. We're going around this mountain and down the Tuahu Track, heading back to the car park. What do you think of it so far, Craig?
Good.
It's been a great little mission, eh?
Lovely, amazing views.
The views from here are just absolutely stunning.
Really? I find that.
God. Yeah, really.
Have you watched Sarcasmaholics?
Whenever you go down ladders like this, always reverse and come down this way. This way you've got a handhold here, you've got another handhold there, foot, foot. Always 3 points of contact. Easy. This is Kakarahi. Now I reckon there is a track that comes off the top of that, which I'm going to explore, and I think it comes down this ridge line and gets back onto the Tuahu Track and back to the car park. Yeah, let's investigate that, shall we? And see where that little secret track gets to. Woohoo! You're a little winner! What would happen if I throw this pack down? Okay guys, we're at the top of, Craig's going to pronounce it for us.
Kakarahi.
We're at the top of Kakarahi and we've had a bit of a dust up actually, so the group is going to now disperse 2 different ways. So I'm going to take the young fella with me and we're going adventuring up this way, and the more wisdom filled people are going to go down the main track. So it's a bit of a test to see, hey, actually no racing, you got to stay to the speed zone, okay?
Come on.
It's a bit of a race.
Come on,
to see which is actually going to be the quickest. So
No school zones around here.
so keep on watching. We'll see.
It's 200 years versus 100 years. 110.
Right. So the more wisdom is more likely to be quicker, because
We'll reserve our judgment.
this is at the top of Kakarahi. The boys are heading down that ridge line, heading up to that peak, and then going down that Tuahu Track. And me and the young fella, Ray, we're going to go off on a secret track. And I reckon last time I was here, this looked like a track. So we're going to carry on down this ridge line, because I've never been down this one before. But it looks like a track to me. And look, there's a white marker. That has definitely got to be a track. So, carry on watching, and we'll just see where this secret little track goes now, shall we? Alrighty then, so this track is amazing. It is a definite ridgeline. So ridgeline is when you're at the top of a V. So we're straight down on this side, and we're straight down on this side. So whenever you're walking, whenever you're trying to get yourself out of a bush, always try to walk on a ridgeline, and hopefully you don't come down to a bluff. But yeah, it's a little bit rugged, but this track, it's pretty jolly awesome. It's always an adventure when you come out with Outdoorsman Dave.
It is, you're right.
Yeah, we just don't do ordinary. Oh, look at this rock. Look, I am sure those are Phoenician markings. Whoa. They probably came in from like Egypt on the Tauranga harbour and came up here. And look, they put their carvings in. What do you reckon?
Quite possibly, I think it is.
You're such good value. Well, how's it going, guys? So Ray and I have just come down from here, and that's taken us 50 minutes. I suspect the boys are still up this way. We've left a bit of a note for them in terms of the time that we got here. We're going to head back down to the car. But yeah, I am thinking this is a stunning shortcut. So this whole loop with the Sentinel Rock and this secret track, this is a fantastic loop if you're looking for a great day walk. You got to have a little bit of confidence though. It's not all bells and whistles. But it's been alright, eh Ray?
It's been primo.
Primo. Now there's no real markers here in terms of where this track is, but that's it there going off. There is no markers at all. So I'm just not too sure how you're going to find that. Other than GPS. Do you want to show your GPS? Ray and I have just come off the Kakarahi summit. The boys have carried on the North-South Track, and they're coming down the Tuahu Track down here. We've just literally cut straight down this ridge line across this corner. 50 minutes it's taken us, and we're now currently on this track, and we are now heading out to the car park at the far end. So according to this, we've got probably around about 1.5 kilometres to go. How good is that? They're going to regret not coming with us, eh? What is it? Because it's always an adventure when you come out with Outdoorsman Dave. So that's around about 7.5 hours, and what an amazing little track that was. So it's full of the Sentinel Rock views, and we had the kind of off track, amazing track by the way, well marked. Then you had the north-south, you have a hut, we got a water supply, and then of course Ray and I came down that other track at Kakarahi. So it's been just a really great day, probably the best section of the Kaimai. So yeah, if you're looking for a good 7.5 to 8 hour day circuit, and we're about to go to the hot springs, Sapphire Springs now. So what a great day that makes it. Let's ask if the guys have got any opinions. So Arnold, what would be your highlight?
Oh, everything was just a good all-rounder. Your Sentinel Peak, the Bush Bash wasn't hard, it was great.
Yeah. What about you, Craig?
Oh man, the view of Bay of Plenty was just stunning. It was
yeah.
So beautiful. I didn't know it existed, and so I mean the view. Yeah, so I really appreciated that. I'm very thankful we found our way out of the bush. It was, yeah, I wouldn't like to do it in heavy rain or dark and have a few guys with you with some gadgets to find your way.
That's right, because we've got Gadget Guy.
Gadget Guy, yeah, there he is.
Malcolm, what was your highlight?
I'd have to be the view from Sentinel Rock there, and
Yeah.
the low point is slipping over and grazing my legs, but other than that, no,
Show
it's
the leg
really
there.
good time, really
There,
good,
right?
yeah.
I'm sorry ladies, he's actually taken. And you, Ray?
Just the good weather. The
Right.
views are amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah,
All right.
awesome.
And meeting outdoor man Dave's fans all over the countryside.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. 5 people that knew me out here today, so I think that's probably getting up near a record. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We will catch you on the next adventure, hopefully real soon.